Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be showing you how to make an F-18 Hornet in Build-A-Boat for Treasure. This is one of my favorites when it comes to fighter jets, and honestly I really enjoyed building this. For this tutorial you'll need approximately 300 blocks of your choice, at least 450 poles of your choice, and enough glass for the cockpit. Yes, this tutorial is very dependent on poles. If you do not have enough poles, you can always use the scaling tool to make the wings flatter, otherwise you might need to grind for a bit. Anyways, enough chit chat, let's get to it. So of course the first thing you guys are gonna have to do is place 2 poles just like this, followed by a block of your choice. Then you want to build a platform that is 5 blocks long and 2 blocks wide. Next you want to go to the front, place a block here and extend it by 5. So it should be a total of 6 blocks. And then place 3 under here. And then place 4 on the top so they match up just like this. Then on this side, you want to place a block on each side. Then go down to the corner of this block and extend it to the end. Next at the back, you want to place 3 blocks here, and then build a platform that is 10 blocks long. And then you fill it in. Then go to the side and extend it just like this, all the way to the end. Then go back to the front, place 3 blocks here, and then you want to build on top of the wall and make it taller. Make sure you offset a block just like this, and extend it all the way to the front. Then you want to do the exact same on the other side. Place a block here, and extend it all the way to the front. And then fill this gap. Next, place a block here. Cockpit should be easy. You want to start off by placing a glass block here, then on the top, place 6 more. And finally, place 1 at the back. Then, using the block of your choice, extend it back by 5 blocks. And then do the exact same on each side, so it is 5 by 3. Then place a block like this on each side, and then go to the back and extend it to the end. Moving half a block down, you want to extend this part by 5. And then on top, place 2 more blocks, then extend it by 2 more. At the bottom, you want to extend this all the way to the back of the plane. And then place 2 blocks over here, followed by a glowing block. Then, using the corner of that block, extend it all the way to this section, leaving 3 blocks to be placed normally, just like this. And basically, you want to shape it so this section here is 5 blocks long, and then you have your glowing block at the end. Next, for the thrusters, you want to surround it by poles. And you'll basically do this by placing them just like this. And then selecting a block of your choice, you want to extend this by 5 blocks. Then underneath you want to place 2 blocks here. And then at the top you want to extend the poles just like this. Then in between this gap, fill it in with poles. That's looking good. Next you want to place 2 more poles on each side. Make sure you're placing them just like this so it's slightly further back than the engine. And then you want to extend it by 2 and place a pole behind the final pole. Then place another one on each side just like this. And you're going to have to keep extending it towards the fuselage by placing 2 poles just like this. But make sure you're placing it off of this pole here. And then you want to keep moving it out by slightly, just so you can get a rough shape. Then you want to break this pole here and place another one so there's more of a gap. And make sure to place a pole here but on the other side as well. For the stabilizers, you're going to have to place 3 poles on each side. And build up just like this. This part might get a little bit confusing, so I'll try to slow down the video as best as possible. But essentially you want to kind of angle it outwards while maintaining that triangle shape. But once you get the rough pattern, you basically just need to keep repeating it. It doesn't necessarily need to be perfect, but it is a very complicated surface area. So I don't necessarily expect anybody to really get it perfect on their first try. It takes a bit of trial and error though, but by practicing this skill, you can definitely get better at it. Once you've done that monstrosity, you're going to have to go to the front of the plane and place a block like this off of this block, followed by another one right next to it. And then you want to find this section on the plane and extend it out by 2 blocks on each side, both forward and backwards. Then you want to place another 2 blocks at the front and back. And then you're going to want to switch to your pole and place 4 of them here. And another one on the inside. Now the wing shape itself is going to be a little bit difficult, but you're going to be cycling between 2 poles and 3 poles. The best way to describe it is by placing 2 poles and moving back a slight bit, and then placing 3 poles, then moving back a slight bit, then placing another 2 poles and repeating the process until you've done it around 8 times, or until it's far enough out. And I still feel like I might have extended it out a little bit too much. Now for this part of the wing, you want to shape the wingtips. And then you want to place 3 poles, move it in, and then place another 3. And then this should connect back onto the fuselage. That's looking good. Then you want to fill it in. Then at the back of the wing, you're going to have to widen it by another 2 poles. And I'm mainly doing this so when I paint it, I can have a nice straight line for the flaps. Then at the rudders, you're going to have to place a pole like this on each side. Then once again at the front, you're going to have to start placing more poles like this. Then go to the top, place 3 poles here. And then place another 3 down here. On the wingtips, you're going to have to extend it by 1 pole. Then on the underbelly, you're going to have to start off by placing a block here and extending it by 7. And then once you've reached the end and done on both sides, you're going to have to surround it by poles, just so you can get this rough shape here. And then extend it towards the back. Then you want to switch your blocks and place 2 of them here. Then you're going to switch back to your pole. And place 3 of them right here so the intake gets smaller the further back it goes. And just make sure that you're repeating the exact same thing on the other side. And then finally extend it by 2 in both these places. And place 1 here on each side. Then back of the front, you're going to have to place 2 poles here. One at the top and 2 at the bottom. And then give it a paint job. And then once you've done that, place 1 at the nose of the plane. Then you're going to have to go back to this area and kind of shape a triangle by placing multiple poles. But yeah, that should be all. Then down here, this isn't really essential, but I'm going to be building a fuel tank because lots of these planes carry spare fuel tanks. And then you can give that a paint. And once again, this section here isn't essential either. If you wish to carry missiles for PvP purposes, I recommend building a couple weapon rails for either carrying bombs or missiles or anything else that you desire. And then finally, that should be it. So of course, you're going to have to place your pilot seat in the inside. And because I have the screwdriver tool, I'm going to uncollide this area so I can enter the plane. And then if you want this to fly, you're going to have to strap a turbine somewhere. I put mine at the back. And then I also made it invisible using the screwdriver tool. So that should be about it. If you guys enjoyed this video, consider subscribing, leave a like, and definitely comment other video suggestions. I had lots of fun making this video, and I can't wait to bring you guys more. Stay tuned, I'll see you guys next time.